What is going on, y'all? Voss here. I just wanted to stop in and make a quick little commentary on something that kind of has been on my mind since the start of Black Ops 6 and since I got back into FPS games. But I noticed at the start of every Call of Duty game, there's, whether it's a max prestige or dark matter, super exclusive camo, people are rushing to get. And I guess this can apply to really any video game grind, XP grind, looking for some sort of loot or whatever. But there's always that one or two things everyone's looking to get, and I wanted to kind of reflect on like why people are really pursuing those things. This is gonna sound probably too fake deep or whatever, but um, I just wanted to think about every year when the game comes out. I see people saying like, this grind sucks, these headshots or whatever. It's taking forever." And it just, 5 months later, they're like, okay, I got it. I got dark matter. I got diamond, whatever. I can finally play the game. And I just wanted to really have people, if you're one of those people, if that's like a genuine, if the grind is enjoyable to you, then by all means do it. If it gives you a legitimate sense of accomplishment. But if you're someone who 5 months into the game, you feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders because you finally got that thing, then maybe try not doing that the next game and see if you actually enjoy it more. And really, what I'm getting at is, if let's say you work a regular job full time, you're putting hours in, and then you come back home and subconsciously you feel like you have another job to clock into because there's this expectation that I need the hardest camo to get, I need the highest rank. You might subconsciously be treating that like a second job, and I feel like that's draining you more than you realize. For instance, over the past year or so, I can get a little obsessive over things, and I was playing Call of Duty a lot, and I'm like, if I'm not making YouTube videos, if I'm not getting content out of it, then why? Like, what's the point? Hmm. I maybe those years of mindlessly grinding are behind me, but like I was just really reflecting, like, what is it just a time sink or what am I doing here? I can kind of understand it for games with a longer life cycle, maybe 3 or 4 years. But with Call of Duty, it seems a little bit more absurd to me, given that spend 1 month, 5 months grinding the camo, the max prestige, you get it, and by the time you get it, you're not only burnt out on the game, but you didn't even have fun doing that, and it legitimately felt like a job. Um, and it just, with a game that comes out every year, that just doesn't seem logical to me, because by the time the next game comes out, no one's going to care that you got dark matter on the last game. No one cares that you're max prestige. um, and I think the deeper thing here is that, what I'm trying to get at is, we have a finite amount of energy in life, and I think the energy we put into video games detracts more from our other pursuits more than we actually realize. So if you're getting off work and all you can think about is that camo grind, if you weren't doing that, you have to consider, what would I be doing if I wasn't grinding for a camo? Maybe you were just playing the game to actually enjoy it, which I think would be more useful, or maybe you were working on a project or a side hustle, like anything else. Basically, you got to think, what would I be doing that would either be less draining or more fulfilling in that sense. um, and then you also got to think, if that is your ultimate goal with playing Call of Duty, what you're going for, because it gives you some sense of fulfillment. When you see someone else a month into the game and their max prestige, dark matter, all that, is it like, wow, this guy's really impressive, he's really good at the game? Or is it like, how much is he playing the game? What else is he doing? How often are we actually impressed when someone else has that thing? So if we're doing it for that validation from others, we got to acknowledge the fact that no one really cares. But if it is really intrinsic and it's because that is your goal in playing the game, then like I said, that's fine. But if it's for some sort of external validation, I think we got to realize that, no one really cares that we have that thing. So I don't know. I just really wanted us to reflect on that because it might just be ingrained in us. Like we've been playing Call of Duty all these years, and there's just this expectation that we do that grind, we partake in it. I think I don't know what prestige I am. I have quite a few hours on Black Ops 6. I do not have a single diamond weapon. I have like 6 gold weapons because I only use a handful. Because when I play to do well. I don't really fiddle with guns that I think are bad. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but I have not really paid any mind to that because I do have things going on. Well, fewer now. I did finish school and whatever, but I just did not want to give a second of my time to using a gun I didn't want to use or playing a game mode I didn't want to play, because when I clock out of work and I'm on the game and I spent it grinding away at something I didn't enjoy, that would just feel like a waste of time. So uh, yeah, that's kind of just what I wanted to hit on. Um, really think about why you're doing these XP video game grinds. If you're enjoying it and you can log off feeling like you accomplished something and it was fulfilling, then by all means. But if it's tiring you out, if you feel like it's an obligation outside of your actual real life obligations that deserve your attention and energy, then take a step back and maybe a deep breath and realize you don't have to do those things. You can just play a game to have fun and play however you want to play. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. And if you guys have any thoughts, leave them down in the comments. And I hope you guys have a blessed rest of your day. Peace.